You're listening to the John and Heidi Show. Now, featuring the wit and wisdom of Dan Farris.
Okay, dudes, let's walk this sucker.
On Sunny 93.3.
It's the John and Heidi Show bonus hour with Mr. Dan Farris, brought to you by SiouxEmpireJobs.com. I was thinking of that, Dan. Somebody online, they were talking about this $1,400 stimulus check.
Yes.
They were super excited about that.
Uh-huh.
And I got to thinking, if you like that $1,400
Yes.
check,
Uh-huh.
if you go to SiouxEmpireJobs.com, they could connect you with somebody who could give you one of those like every week or every 2 weeks.
You know, in just a little later on during our little coffee break segment, I'm going to be talking about jobs.
Are you really?
Nice.
Yes.
If you're looking for a job, SiouxEmpireJobs.com. If you've got a company looking for peoples, same thing, and it's free for everybody involved. SiouxEmpireJobs.com.
Birthdays today, Rick Ocasek.
Oh, yeah.
I loved him.
Man for the Cars. We lost him September 2019.
It was really sad.
Yes, Richard Theodore Ocasek, O-T, was his...
Really?
Yeah, there was a T in there. He removed the T, called himself Rick, and there you go. Huh. Oh, let's see what else. Shaka Khan.
Oh, yeah.
67 today.
Really?
Yep. And Heidi, I don't know. I'm thinking maybe you had his picture in your locker in high school. Richard Greco. 21 Jump Street?
No.
What?
That was way after
She had a picture of Richard Dawson, though, which was really weird. Guy from
Family Feud.
Come on down.
Hogan's Heroes. He was awesome.
And she maybe didn't have that either.
I loved Hogan's Heroes.
Richard Greco is his 56 today. And he had his own spin-off series after 21 Jump Street called Booker.
Oh, really?
Because he played Detective Dennis Booker in 21 Jump Street.
Yeah, I knew that. Yeah.
Yes, and now apparently he does voice work and he paints.
Nice.
Okay.
He paints in a genre he refers to as abstract emotionalism.
Ooh, I want to do that.
That's what most people call. I have no idea what that is, and I'm not buying it.
I just throw paint at a canvas and somebody gives me money.
That's kind of it. Yeah, let's see. It was 1775. Huge day. Patrick Henry proclaims, quote,
Give me liberty.
or give me death.
I remember that. I was there.
Yep, and did that in a speech in favor of Virginia troops joining the Revolutionary War.
Yeah.
And by the way, youngsters, we won that.
We did.
It was in all the papers. Speaking of which, 1945, United States Navy ships bombed the Japanese island of Okinawa. That was in preparation for the Allied invasion.
Yep.
That would become the largest battle of the Pacific War in World War II. Mm-hmm. And hey, youngsters, we won that one, too.
My grandfather was there.
Yeah, there you go. So it was my Uncle Pete, as a matter of fact.
Nice.
So there you go. Now, I know, we all know, we can just forge right ahead.
We're going to do that. It is the John and Heidi Show bonus hour with Dan Farris, brought to you by SiouxEmpireJobs.com.
Do you have a credit card? Is it a pretty good one? Here's how you can tell. Take the details of your current card, the interest rates, points, and perks, and compare them for free to the available offers at BetterCreditCards.com. If we can offer you a better credit card, it could save you money every month. This will literally cost you nothing, and it could help you save money. Even if you don't have a credit card right now, you can still check it out at BetterCreditCards.com. Do it today. BetterCreditCards.com. That's BetterCreditCards.com.
At this point, we usually have Ranger Dan's Critter Corner. We're going on like a week and a half now.
I'm a little concerned.
I didn't mention this because I'm not a big tech guy. Plus, I got a different phone a few weeks ago, but I tripped over an email last night from Ranger Dan.
Really?
Oh.
Yep. It says,
what does it say?
It says, hey, Don.
He never gets my name right either.
It says, I happened to catch part of the show last week. And he's wondering something about whether or not he gets royalties for best of material. Well, he's not just wondering. In fact, he has on the email some direct deposit information for what appears to be the first Banco El Trusto.
Wow.
Guadalajara, Mexico. He ends the email with, be sure to say hey to Heidi and that other guy.
That would be me. Don.
So,
Oh.
that's what we
Well,
know.
at least we know he's
It's good to have an
out there
update.
somewhere.
You know, we had some false reports, Ranger Dan spottings, and I had some people sending photos, and the one wasn't Ranger Dan at all. It was actually some roadkill, but they thought it was Ranger Dan. So
See, the
that's not
criteria
him.
is the Ranger cap, and he's ruggedly handsome.
That's
hard to miss.
This was not a Ranger cap, but it did kind of look a little bit like Ranger Dan.
Hard to miss.
I think it was the shadows, maybe. Well, very cool. So, should we have another best of right now?
We probably should.
Oh, it's up to you. At some point, you're going to have to.
I wonder if I can afford these
I
royalties.
was going to say, up till now, it was going fine.
I've got one sitting here ready to go, so we'll do it today, and I'm going to calculate this. I'll have to let you know tomorrow if we can afford it. Here's a best of Ranger Dan's Critter Corner.
I'm Ranger Dan.
Good morning, Ranger Dan.
Good
Morning, Ranger Dan.
Well, a brand new week, little snappy salute off the well-starched brim. The old Ranger Dan kept to you too, Lou. How you looking, Heidi?
Ranger Dan.
Well, your name ought to be Wi-Fi, because I'm feeling a connection. You're a little high tech.
Oh, yeah.
Little
I
high
like that.
tech. Hit on the Heidster there. Ranger Dan, he's with the times.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, gosh.
I'm one happening cat.
Yes, you are.
I received a little bit of mail over the weekend, dug into it, and grabbed a letter here, which I thought was just kind of darn interesting.
I like it when you read the letters.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's cool.
Fan mail, always a pleasure to dig in and see what my fans are up to. Letter starts, well, like most of them do. Dear Ranger Dan, love the show. Me and the kids never miss an episode of Critter Corner. I got to tell you what, sir, you are indeed a national treasure. Also, ... I find you ruggedly handsome.
Oh,
Hey,
my.
nice.
Well, then I'm writing to tell you that I, in fact, ordered your exclusive Ranger Dan Halloween costume. This year, the Ranger Dan Ghost Man outfit.
Oh, yeah.
Complete with a Ranger Dan hat, aviator shades, and a sort of white sheet with eye holes cut into it. Just wanted you to know that the costume looked really great on little Ethan and looked pretty spooky and rangery.
Nice.
But now I've noticed that Ethan appears to have what is either head lice or some kind of invitation of bed bugs
Oh, no.
on him. Now, do you think there could be any connection between that and your Ranger Dan Ghost Man costume?
Oh, no.
Signed, again, love the show. Your biggest fan, Patricia Ann Lindquist. Well, thanks, Patty.
Yeah.
Tell you what, first off, certainly appreciate you listening to Critter Corner and taking time to write to me, and truly appreciate you shopping the fine line of Ranger Dan products available on the Ranger Dan website, Amazon Prime, also Northview Bait and Tackle, and at the Log Cabin Bar on Burnside. That's all the time we have today. Have yourself a pleasant Monday. Till next time, this is Ranger Dan out. Say it with me.
Yes, sir.
I really need to quit drinking.
I really need to give up drugs.
It's not going to be easy, but we'd love to help. Addiction can drive away those who love you the most, and addiction can lead to the loss of jobs, relationships, and even your life. Don't let addiction tear your life apart anymore. Get the help you need to defeat addiction and put the pieces back together in your life. Learn more at timeforrehab.com. We want to help. Timeforrehab.com. That's timeforrehab.com.
Time now for a morning coffee break brought to you by Kaladi's Bistro on the corner of 26th and Minnesota Avenue in Sioux Falls. Mr. Dan Farris, what do you got today?
I tripped across an article late last week, and they're talking to some local business owners here in town. And again, it's always just kind of amazed me on so many fronts. What's going on nationally doesn't necessarily happen here in Sioux Falls. Sioux Falls has an amazing propensity to dodge a lot of negative bullets that tend to happen around, the rest of the place. For instance,
Pretty fortunate, yeah.
Unemployment. I seldom have seen, the city of Sioux Falls really struggle with unemployment.
Right.
But now it's a game changer with things opening up again. Mm-hmm. Not that they were really locked down super tight in the Sioux Empire, but there were restrictions, and a lot of businesses did shutter for a while.
Right.
Now they're open with limited capacity, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. It's not business as usual.
Yeah.
So they're talking to business owners going, okay, well, now that, things are getting back to normal, and they're stunned. Business owners are stunned, saying things like, I thought I would have 50 applicants for these positions, and they're getting none.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And the big reason seems to be that additional unemployment benefit.
Yeah.
So in other words, a number of people who were working are now making more not to go to work.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
had that exact. We were in Florida, and when we were down there talking to the folks in Florida, there were several restaurants where they had whole sections closed, and they just said, "We don't have people to work. We got this big facility, but like 4 of us working here right now."
Yeah, a lot of people simply aren't coming back. Then they've extended that again. Well, I just talk about my own personal life. My son Luke.
Yeah,
he was doing graphic design for a pretty substantial apparel company, screen printing, all that kind of thing up Pacific Northwest. And he got furloughed.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, they shut Portland down tight.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Huge.
they did. Yeah.
Are they still on fire there?
And, oh, yeah, there's still downtown area. There's still, hippies and stuff trying to burn stuff down. But literally overnight, he was making several $100s more a week than what he was making.
Yep.
Huh.
And I said, "So you're going to ride that or what?" He goes, "I don't know." I said, "Dude, do something. I mean, get a job." But yeah, just in that instance. And it was pretty substantial what he was taking down as opposed to working 40, 50 hours a week.
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
And that's a lot of people in this country right now. Yeah. So yeah, Sioux Falls is struggling to fill a ton of positions.
Well, and that is actually the reason we set up SiouxEmpireJobs.com, because we had clients that were struggling to find people. And I know that there are some people looking for jobs. So we said, let's just kind of cut out the middleman and we'll put a page up. It's free for people looking for jobs. It's free for people looking for people. We're promoting it here. We're promoting it online. So again, if there's a way that we can help, it doesn't cost anything to use the site. So it's a Facebook group, but because people are really comfortable with that. So if that's something you want to do, it's all free. SiouxEmpireJobs.com. Thank you for the update, sir.
Yeah, I just think that's interesting stuff.
It really is. Again, if you would like to know more, SiouxEmpireJobs.com. This is our morning coffee break, brought to you by Kaladi's Bistro on the corner of 26th and Minnesota Avenue in Sioux Falls. If you could do something today that could save someone's life, would you do it? If it didn't cost you a dime and only took a little time and could literally save a life, would you do it? Can you believe that only 3% of people say yes to this? How's that possible? That's the real percentage of people who give blood. It's something you can do whether you're a millionaire, middle class, or completely poor. There's no fee and it's easy to do. And you can literally save a life. Let's roll up our sleeves and make a difference. Give blood. We can do better than 3%. Learn more at redcrossblood.org. Time now for a bright spot of news, brought to you by Paul's Designer Showroom on Lake Lorraine in Sioux Falls. They can brighten any room with a beautiful light fixture. We are going to brighten your day right now with some cool news. I've got Dana Woolwin joining me, and Dana does something that I had not heard of, but I found this online, and I find it just fascinating. It's called Sioux Food Tours.com, Sioux Falls Food Tours. Dana, how you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you, John?
I am fantastic. Now, tell me a little bit about Sioux Falls Food Tours and how all of this stuff works.
Well, I have a food tour every Saturday from 1 to 4, public food tour. We go around Sioux Falls and we try a little bite to eat here, a little bite to eat there, and learn a little bit of the history of Sioux Falls.
And I'm on the website right now. I see there's one coming up this weekend. There's one, so it's kind of like every weekend, basically.
Absolutely, every weekend on a Saturday from 1 to 4, but we also do private parties, so if you just want to get together with some friends of yours, we can build a tour to meet your needs.
Now, I see a different one this Saturday where it says Sioux Falls Tours on the Road. What is that one? What's the difference between that? I see it's a little later in the day.
It is. That's my very inaugural on-the-road one. I'm from Ramona originally, and that's actually, I'm on the road heading there now. But there's a mountain oyster feed that benefits the fire department up there, and if you've ever wanted to try mountain oysters, if you love mountain oysters, if you don't know what they are, come try them. We'll give you a ride up. We're going to stop in Hartford for a drink. We're going to go to Ramona for the mountain oyster feed, back through Humboldt for another little drink and maybe a little bite to eat there, and back to Sioux Falls.
That sounds like a lot of fun. Now, how does that work? If people go through the website, once it's full, does it just say that it's full, or how do they know for sure if there's still room?
Well, it should say number of spots available. Usually I keep it to 10, maybe 12, depending on what we're doing. And so it'll say number of seats available.
So, like on this one where it's on the road, is everybody riding in one vehicle, or do they all just kind of follow you? How does that work?
Oh, no, I'm providing transportation for that one.
Very nice. Again, Sioux Falls Food Tours. Like we'll talk about some of these others. I see one starts at Fernson downtown, one starts at Severance, one starts at COVID Cellars. But that's just where they start. You kind of go to a bunch of different places then?
That's right. So I have 4 different tours. So each week it's a different tour. So if you come on the one at Colbert and you want to do the one from Severance, you're going to go to different places to eat.
So each weekend it's a little different experience. It's not just the same thing every Saturday.
Correct. This weekend we had gone to Wood Green. We had some food from Agua Fresh. We had some sushi from Oshima. We were at Pave for tacos. We had Fiero Pizza. So you get a little taste of quite a few different places.
How many people do you typically have on the food tours that you do downtown?
I usually try to keep them to 10. Some places are smaller inside, and so a larger group is a little more difficult. I can do much larger groups as private, but it does limit where we might go.
So there's 10 people that come all together at this event. Now, are you between the food tours? Are you guys kind of talking about things, or how does that work?
As we walk through, I'm going to point out some history of Sioux Falls. So we might talk about the hanging at the Old Courthouse Museum, or we may talk about the facades in the front of downtown Sioux Falls and how downtown Sioux Falls has evolved over the past 20, 30 years.
And these are all walking tours, the ones downtown, right?
They are, yes.
So do you walk quite a ways? Is it something where, you need to be able to walk a distance, or is it just a little walk at a time?
It's a little walk at a time. We cover about 1.5 miles. 2 miles might be our limit of the highest, but it's usually like a couple of blocks, and we stop and we eat something, and a couple more blocks. Never more than like 5 blocks at a time.
I think this is a really neat thing, and I wanted to chat with you about this because I'd never heard of anyone doing this, but thank you for doing what you're doing. It's a great way to showcase the community, and it also is just a wonderful thing to promote dining and shopping locally. So thank you for doing what you're doing.
Well, thank you. It's a fun time. I'd love to have anyone come and join me and spend the afternoon, and I'll take you out to eat and drink.
We'll have to set up a special sunny tour sometime. That would be a whole lot of fun.
All right. Sounds good, John.
Again, Sioux Falls Food Tours. Dana has been our guest today. If you'd like to know more, her website, SiouxFoodTours.com. It's SUFU foodtours.com.
Do you have a credit card? Is it a pretty good one? Here's how you can tell. Take the details of your current card, the interest rates, points, and perks, and compare them for free to the available offers at bettercreditcards.com. If we can offer you a better credit card, it could save you money every month. This will literally cost you nothing, and it could help you save money. Even if you don't have a credit card right now, you can still check it out at bettercreditcards.com. Do it today. bettercreditcards.com. That's bettercreditcards.com.
Now, ChannelSurferTV.com presents entertainment news of the day with Mr. Dan Farris.
Celebrities are so gosh darn
Fabulous.
fabuloso. A few moments ago, we were just talking about stuff starting to open up again. So nationwide, a number of theaters are now beginning to open again. Good. So I checked the box office. The biggest movie the past 3 weeks in the country is Disney's, is it Rava or Rava? Whatever. And
I don't know.
And The Last Dragon.
Okay.
But that being number one, here's the stats just over the weekend.
All right.
Okay, and keep in mind, it was on approximately 2,400 movie screens across the country.
Okay.
$5.2 million.
Oh, that's actually way better than I was expecting you to say.
Wow.
And still, it's way down when you consider a
compared.
blockbuster Disney new
film.
release.
Yep.
And that's the thing. But think about this. Like 6 months ago, the top movie in the country made less than $1 million.
Yeah.
I think it was like 350,000 was the top box office number.
Yeah, plus even though a large number of them are opening in the big franchises like AMC, which has more screens than anybody in the country, most of those are opening, but at 25% of usual capacity.
Right.
So,
which leads me to this. West Mall 7 Theaters is getting ready to open the end of this month.
Yay!
Which is nice. They shut her down again for the past month because of pandemic concerns, and it just wasn't worth it keeping the lights on with everything that was going on. And they wanted to wait until they could get a new release. And so, you know what?
They got one.
They did. And not just any movie either. I smell a dozen Academy nominations.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Godzilla versus King Kong.
Nice.
That's never been done.
What? It's Godzilla.
It's nice to see new ideas.
King of the Monsters versus King Kong, King of the Apes.
Yeah.
Okay, who do you think is going to win?
I'm going to say Godzilla.
See, everybody loves both of them. It's going to be some kind of draw.
It's a toss-up.
It's going to be a draw, or they're going to leave you hanging so they can do another sequel.
Yeah, probably.
I always go with Godzilla because King Kong is distracted by chicks.
Yeah, he does get distracted.
He does.
He's walking up, he looks in the window, he's like...
Dude just can't focus.
Right.
Typical guy.
Excuse me there, sweetie. When he talks about picking up chicks, he's really picking up chicks.
Yes, you had one job, King Kong.
Yeah.
I know.
So, it'll be interesting to see that. Now, that theater, by the way, is the same theater that we went to 2 years ago for the world premiere of Deary.
It's a film classic.
Is a what category? Do you remember?
Actually, what it is...
It was a psychological thriller.
Yeah.
With comedic undertones.
Right.
But here's the thing that's funny. Is psychological thriller. For those of you who were listening yesterday when I was talking to John Schneider, he mentioned the movie that he has out right now is a psychological thriller, and I'm really glad I had my phone muted.
Wow.
I laughed for about a minute and a half because I was thinking of Deary. But he's got this new movie. Oh, it's a psychological thriller, and I had my phone muted. Thank goodness, because I was laughing so hard. Anyway, that's awesome that theaters are reopening, and we got West Mall 7 at the West Mall. And do you know what the date is?
And in the meantime, until that opens, if you are interested in seeing Deary off the wall, it is on Amazon Prime.
It is.
And believe it or not, it's free.
If you're a Prime member. And if you're not a Prime member, if you go to our Facebook page, if you go to John and Heidi Show, if you go to the Monday, there's actually a link to Amazon Prime, and you can get like a free subscription. So
March 31st.
Nice.
Yep, they'll be screening Godzilla versus King.
Do you guys want to make a date? You want to go? 3 of us? Huh? Set up a time?
That's a heck of a commitment, John.
I don't know where I'm going to be then. I could be a completely different person on
next
that
week.
date.
Is that 1 week from today? It's 1 week from tomorrow. You're not going to be a completely different person.
Yeah, I can't deal with this kind of pressure.
Oh, my goodness. Well, I'll remind you. Dan, thanks for coming in, man.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
It's the John and Heidi Show bonus hour with Dan Farris, brought to you in part by ShopLocalSiouxFalls.com.
I really need to give up drugs.
I really need to quit drinking.
It's not going to be easy, but we'd love to help. Addiction can drive away those who love you the most, and addiction can lead to the loss of jobs, relationships, and even your life. Don't let addiction tear your life apart anymore. Get the help you need to defeat addiction and put the pieces back together in your life. Learn more at timeforrehab.com. We want to help. Timeforrehab.com. That's timeforrehab.com.
Here's your Market Beat Minute for Tuesday, March 23rd, 2021. The equities market started the week on relatively firm footing, although Monday trading was a bit mixed. The Nasdaq Composite led the day's gains with an advance near 1.75%, with tech in the lead. Shares of Apple, undisputed tech leader, rose more than 3%, with Microsoft and Amazon close behind. The S&P 500 gained more than 1% at the high of the day, also led by tech, with blue chips and industrials lagging. The transports notably set a new intraday all-time high. This week's trading will center heavily on economic data. The Monday release of existing home sales already disappointed the market, and other data could too. On the list this week are important reads on durable goods orders, PMI, personal income, spending, and the all-important core consumer inflation on Friday. If the data does not support the idea that the economic reopening is accelerating, the market could be in for a shock. You can get the inside track at marketbeatminute.com.